In this video, I'm going to tell you why you are not rich and what you can do about it. Here we go. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for future videos on the law of attraction to get your well-being at its optimum. Also, check out my Facebook and Instagram page at Divine Alchemy 1111, where I help you create the reality that you want. And now, back to the video. Hello, welcome to another episode of Divine Alchemy, where I help you create the reality that you want. My name is Jason, and thank you very much for joining me. So today we're going to talk about one of the secrets of why you are not rich and what to do about it. So when we think in terms of being rich, most people think money. Well, being rich with money is part of it, but it is an abundant supply of something that could be very an exuberant amount. So it could be health, wealth, love, abundance, friends, whatever you want to call it. And so one of the reasons why it's very hard for people to get rich is that they have a lot of lack within themselves. They want something, but then they openly condemn it. I should actually say condemn it on the inside of their subconscious mind. So it's like, all right, well, I want to be rich and have all this wealth and all this good stuff, but then on the inside you have a subconscious program saying you are not worthy of it. It is the root to all evil and all that nonsense, which is incredibly not true. And like I've said times before, that you can use any power in the world two ways. So you can use it for good or for bad. But you must feel that you are worthy of being rich to begin with. And then the other thing is, well, how do I get there? And when we're working with the law of attraction, we don't worry how we get there. That's none of our business. Because if we worried about half the things that we would do in our everyday lives, we would not do them at all, because we're counting the cost on what steps we need to take, and we're over calculating. And our subconscious mind, if not calibrated properly, it will keep you safe and it will keep you not doing things. It will keep you from taking risks, going above and beyond and out of your comfort zone. That's why when we live in this world right now where there's a lot of fear going on, forget all that stuff. Get it out of your mind. Just because you see it on TV or whatever social media, it does not necessarily mean that it's true, because it's designed to instill fear in you and keep you in the box. And then it also keeps you in a state of feeling not worthy of receiving certain things, because then you start comparing yourself to others, which you should avoid that at all costs, because again, those people have their own issues just like everybody else. There's nothing special. I mean, you are special, of course, but there is nothing special about the next person or the other person that you can achieve something that you want to do. So when it comes to the art of becoming rich, and one of the books that is really awesome was by how do I say it properly? Wallace D. Wattles, I believe that's how you say his name, The Science of Getting Rich. Kind of a bit of a tongue twister there. And it's a pretty simple book. It's a short read, probably take about 3 hours to read. But he breaks it down very simple, is that you don't even need to meditate for long periods of time to have your wealth. You start to feel and embody and envision in your mind, or I like to say dimensionalize in your mind, that you are becoming that person. And in the process, once you start getting your subconscious mind on board, it will start giving you the inspiration, the ideas, lining you up with the people, the resources, or whatever it is that you need. And then also in the book, it also says too that everyone has this right to be rich, and no one is excluded. There's plenty to go around, but what makes people think that there isn't plenty to go around could be some subconscious program there's a virtue in being poor. I see people that start to get into spirituality at first, and then I don't need money. I'm like, yeah, you do, because that is a form of energetic exchange. Because if we think in terms of everything is energy, well, money is energy, and you need to have it in order to live comfortably and stress-free. And there's a lot of paradigms out there saying that that there's some virtue in poverty. No, poverty is a disease of the mind, because you were programmed from a young age. That's probably what you might have saw all your life, and then that starts internalizing into you, and that's what starts manifesting in your outer reality. Because when you look at how your subconscious mind works, it takes everything literally. It does not know fact from fiction. Your conscious mind knows fact from fiction if it is calibrated properly. So it punches into your mind, it registers in your subconscious, and then you start acting according, as if you're doing things that you don't have the monetary value for. You think in terms of scarcity, lack, competition, and so forth, which that is survival mode. You want to be in thriving mode, not survival mode. So when it comes to conditioning your mind, it's very simple. You can make a vision board or little affirmations that you place around, like post-it notes and things of that nature. And you get into a state where you start feeling very good, even if it's just for a brief moment. You are conditioning your mind for that split second, because those little things start to add up and you start to literally rewire your mind. One of the techniques that I really like a lot is sleep, where you could drink some tea to calm you down, and prior to you going to sleep, you just start envisioning things that you would like to do. So in that sense, that's very easy meditation. You don't even need to sit in lotus position, and it even talks about it in the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wallace, is that you don't have to sit in meditative positions. If that's what you choose to do, by all means. I like doing the meditative positions to instill more of that discipline aspect, and more to calm myself down. But you can do the same thing as you're sleeping. That is pretty much the same thing, where your mind goes into the theta brainwave state, where it's hacking into your subconscious mind. Then that's where you start reprogramming it, and you do that every night before you go to sleep. And it should feel fun, like you're having fun walking through your imaginary house or home or whatever it is. And the thing too is that you want to be specific. You just don't want to say, hey, I want this big house. Well, what does a big house look like? What would it feel like me walking through it? How much money would I have in my bank account? Like, create this scene in your mind that you are going up to the teller and taking out lots of money, or this bank statement with a huge number on it of what you have in your bank account, and make it seem so real with your five senses in your mind that you literally start tricking your subconscious mind, and you will start taking these progressive steps. Now, the thing is that if you have a talent that you like to do, then do that if you feel that will bring your monetary gain and value. But the thing is that, does your talent bring well-being to others? Does it serve humanity for the highest of all good? Now, if you're selling products that may not be all that healthy or whatever, if you have just bad intentions and so forth, well, the law of karma will come in and make sure that that due is paid. So that is the part about manifesting faster, is that does your talent help inspire other people? And even by you aligning and starting to see these progressive results of you becoming rich in all your ways, that is the highest form of inspiring somebody else to do the same thing. Because if you can do it, that means other people can do it. And I've seen and read numerous testimonials of these rags to riches, where the person was like completely broke, living out of garbage cans and all that stuff. And then like 10 years later, the guy is incredibly successful and rich. So really, there is absolutely no excuse why you can't become this level of successful. The only thing that stops you is your mind and what you tell yourself. There is an infinite amount of resources, and that you just haven't seen it yet and how to get there. Don't worry about how the resources come. They will come to you if you trust in your inner intuitive guidance systems. And in the process of you harnessing this inner power, it has to be something that's done every day, little by little by little by little, because you're basically, your mind is like a piece of steel. You're heating it up, you're forging it day in and day out, but the process should be fun. It should not feel that, oh my God, I gotta sit down and think about this again. No. For me, I have a dry erase board with a bunch of words and symbols. I'm even starting to put pictures on there, so I have more of a three-dimensional flow of what I'm looking at, and it's just for a split second. I don't have to stare at it for 10 minutes and say like, hey, this is mine. No, I look at it for a brief split second. I feel really good about it, and that's really all you need for, either for that technique, or if that technique works best for you. But the thing is that you can't manifest something. For example, I'm going to be happy when I get this. Well, then you're waiting for that event to make you happy. You need to feel happy now, and everything is here and now. So technically, that event that just took place already happened. It's just a matter of time for you to align to that event and for you to manifest that. And everything, as Esther Hicks would say too, which I would suggest you check out some of her material, everything that you want, it's already there. It's just a matter of you aligning to it, and then the chain of unfoldments that happens. But you must get out of your own way. You must feel worthy of what you desire. And reverting back to the science of getting rich is that you start in programming in your imagination. Like, you could be driving throughout your day, like I said, right before you go to sleep, or whatever technique that works best for you to get you in that imaginative state to feel that you have it. You are basically boosting up your emotions, which is raising your energy and your biofield. And next thing you know, you'll start seeing these synchronistic patterns. And, it just takes time, little by little by little. But it's going to take some time, but it'll happen a lot faster than what you think it will take. And, I've seen numerous manifestation testimonial stories of people getting money, the dream of their, the job of their dream, or whatever you want. I mean, the sky is the limit, but if you have a limited, lackful frame of mind, it's not going to work. And I highly suggest you really undo that form of thinking. Unless you have some form of like massive injury that can prevent you from doing something, which I've seen people with no arms, no legs, and just like a stump, and they somehow figured out how to become very successful, and they are motivational speakers. So if you really want it bad enough and want to have the fun in the process, you can achieve it. There is no excuse why you can't manifest what you want. It just, basically, you have to believe in yourself. And if you see if there's any, crazy things that are going on in the world, tune that out. I mean, if you can look at the news or the media without getting emotional about it and looking at it from an observer, because I do believe everyone should be informed, then that's great. But if it's causing you a bunch of, internal explosions every day and all that, I would suggest that you kind of wean off that stuff for a little bit and maybe come back to it when you feel that, you're ready, that you can look at things from an observation standpoint instead of getting emotional. And is it easy? No, it just takes a bit of time and practice, and even I fall to that every now and then, but I catch myself and I'm like, all right, well, what can I do to get myself back into that frame of mind or vibration to start getting me on my optimal path? So again, it's very simple techniques and concepts. Keep them very simple and find out what works best for you to keep you in that higher alignment of vibration to manifest what you want, and also be specific on what it is that you want. That is the other thing too. So again, I hope these techniques and this information helps you out. Please hit the like button, the share, and the subscribe button for future videos on how to help you create the reality that you want. And also check in the link below. I have a 30-day wealth and well-being meditation and some other videos too to help you become your optimum. So again, thank you very much, and blessings.